There are concerns about both their future and the future of the program as GMA3 enters its third week without co-anchors Amy Robach and TJ Holmes. Will they lose their job? Will ABC reinstate the scandal-plagued co-hosts after it was revealed that they were having a romantic relationship despite still being married to other people? Has Holmes become too toxic for a Disney-owned corporation as a result of the allegations surrounding his two prior affairs with GMA cast members? TV veterans claim that management at ABC don't have any simple solutions for this kind of problem. Are you going to advise them to call it quits, or do you mean that they may return to the air together? Brian Frost, a former ABC daytime executive, spoke to The Wrap. Or do you separate them and make them wait out their contracts in a corner for a year? It's a complete disaster. Since March 2020, when GMA3 changed to a COVID-focused news hour co-hosted by Dr. Jennifer Ashton, Robach has been the show's outward face. That September, the show's name was altered to GMA3, What You Need to Know, and Holmes was brought on as a co-host. But when Robach and Holmes' real-life affair came to light, everything fell apart. Both quietly left their respective wives and deactivated their Instagram profiles. Neither has offered an opinion on the matter. The network has rotated in guest co-hosts since removing the couple from GMA3, first bringing in Stephanie Ramos and Gio Benitez and then DeMarco Morgan and Rhiannon Ally, accompanied by early signs that ratings are maintaining their pre-scandal levels. Here is a possible timeline for the upcoming events. That is a debatable issue. The two will remain off the air while management conduct internal assessment, ABC News President Kim Godwin wrote in an email to team members on December 12. CNN reported, Robach and Holmes are still referenced in the show's introduction, which airs each weekday at 1 p.m. Morgan and Ally specifically said last week that they were filling in for the scandal-plagued regular hosts. The show's official website, as well as the official GMA3 Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter profiles, continue to showcase Robach and Holmes as of the time of publication. Perhaps it's important that Holmes is no longer listed as a host on the show's YouTube page even if Robach and Ashton's and his own images are still next to each other. Even Ashton announced on air and on Instagram that Dec. 16 would be her final day of the year before taking time off for the holidays. The show is anticipated to feature guest hosts through the end of 2022. Representatives for ABC, however, declined to comment on GMA3 or Robach or Holmes' futures at the network. Godwin first stated that the relationship is not a breach of corporate policy, but it doesn't disqualify other potential contract infractions that may permit the network to fire Robach or Holmes. The Sun and Puck have both mentioned the ABC Morals Clause, which bars conduct that may tend to reflect negatively on the network or creates public shame, contempt, scandal or ridicule. The precise language was not confirmed by ABC News to The Wrap. Disney, the parent corporation of ABC, has a history of avoiding crises that could damage its brand as a family-friendly company. Disney must intervene and act in this situation. We're a family-friendly network, and these two don't represent Disney's or family values, an unnamed ABC News insider said earlier this month, according to the Daily Mail. A different type of breach of their contract could result in a just cause termination. Infractions might include using company resources, including vehicles or drivers, to meet romantically, an insider told TMZ earlier this month, or coercing employees to keep their relationship private. Additionally, either host might be fired without cause, though ABC probably would have to honor their present contracts in that case. Amory McAndrew, a partner at Hoggett Newman Regal and Kenny LLP in New York, recently told IndieWire that may do whatever they want. He remarked, alluding to a previously agreed-upon settlement that would be triggered by a without-reason termination, they're just probably going to have to pay for it. You didn't breach a policy, but we just want you out of here, they would remark. Following an internal investigation that found she had made unacceptable racially insensitive comments about Good Morning America anchor Robin Roberts and The View co-host Sunny Hostin and on occasion used crass and inappropriate language, ABC Senior Vice President Barbara Fedida left the company in 2020, according to a memo written by Peter Rice, chairman of Walt Disney Television and distributed to staff members. Michael Nader, a star of the ABC serial All My Children, was sacked from the show in 2001 after being charged with distributing cocaine, and according to court filings, ABC News specifically said that he had breached the morals provision of his contract. In addition, a number of news executives and on-air personalities have lost their jobs recently, including morning broadcasters Charlie Rose and Matt Lauer, who were accused of sexual misconduct at NBC and CBS, respectively. Furthermore, Jeff Zucker, the head of CNN, was compelled to step down earlier this year after failing to reveal a consensual romantic connection with one of his senior lieutenants. The network's response to Robach and Holmes' affair being public has baffled many industry insiders. What's happening between Holmes and Robach is essentially their business, according to Dr. Sherry Mayers, a registered marriage and family therapist and the author of Chatting or Cheating. It was private, but now everyone can talk about it in the open. It almost seems like we're all involved in criticizing each other, she added. Yes, cheating is common, and we all have opinion on it. It would be a very different narrative if they were just two single people who met at work and fell in love. It's different when you're having an affair with your partner or family. According to Pallavi Kumar, a crisis public relations specialist and lecturer at the American University School of Communication, the fact that they host a morning show, which frequently focuses on the anchors' families and personal lives, makes the situation even difficult. She told The Wrap that because people equate morning show hosts with their families, they face greater scrutiny than most news anchors. According to many, the network is unlikely to penalize Holmes, a black man, differently than Robach, a white man, despite reports concerning Holmes' prior interactions with other network employees. Both the African-American man and the female are members of protected classes, Franz pointed out. From the outside, it's difficult to comprehend why this would be so upsetting to the news division, Franz said. It's not like they lied on live about where they were, he added, making reference to NBC News' 2015 6-month suspension of Brian Williams following the discovery of a false claim he made about surviving a rocket attack in Iraq. My former peers have agreed that the question of why did they remove them off the air, it sounds like a wonderful opportunity for ratings, he remarked, by pointing out that Whoopi Goldberg returned to The View earlier this year after a 2-week ban when she faced criticism for stating the Holocaust was not about race. Franz speculates that the network may be buying some time to watch how the story plays out. He speculated, perhaps won't say anything and just hope it blows over like the Whoopi Goldberg issue. However, when Goldberg was put on leave, it was clear that she would return and for how long. Since the show's debut in 2018, the third hour of Good Morning America has consistently had the lowest viewership. In 2020, when it averaged 1.9 million viewers, up from 1.5 million the year before, the show reached its highest point in its present iteration. According to Nielsen, the average dropped back to pre-pandemic levels in 2021 with 1.5 million. Despite the decline, GMA3 continues to outperform competitors NBC News Daily and The Talk on CBS, and remains the most watched program overall. The program had an average of 1.68 million viewers for the week of November 28th. The day after the Daily Mail revealed their relationship, on Thursday, December 1st, viewership spiked to 1.8 million. The following Monday, the two were benched. Viewership declined to an average of 1.65 million for the first full week without Robach and Holmes, an early, cautious indication that the program might continue.